Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are going to do an all signs reading. I had requests to do start doing all signs readings, so we'll see how these resonate with you and if people do like them. So if you do feel like this reading resonates, if you do like this format, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. You can also comment that this is something that you identify with, if you resonate with, if you're liking this format, just so that I know to keep doing it, okay? But I did get some requests to do this format of reading, in addition to the pick a card and the other, maybe twin flame readings and other general readings that I do. So we're going to start with Aries and go down to Pisces, and I will have timestamps with, the times and everything so that you can decide which ones, you want to watch. The major placements in your birth chart are the sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So, if you decide to look up your sun sign and you watch that reading, if it doesn't resonate for any reason, check out your other major placements, because there might be a message. There could be multiple messages for you, actually. So, and then you can also cross watch for the person that you're thinking of. All right, so we are going to head on in and welcome everyone. Okay, welcome Aries. Okay, so let's see, we're going to start with a couple oracles here and see what the gist of the message is. So it's going to be about the person on your mind here and what's going on with this person and you. And then we'll head into tarot and then see if there are any messages that this person wants to say to you, okay? So we'll see, what Spirit wants you to know about this person, about this situation. And like I said in the introduction, if this resonates with you, please subscribe, like, and maybe comment down below. Okay, so Spirit says that there are some addiction issues here that maybe this person is dealing with. Maybe you know of some of these issues, maybe you don't, but they might have codependency issues, maybe obsession, possession issues, maybe emotional unavailability, or maybe emotional blockages where, they can't be vulnerable with you, things like that. They obviously have some wound healing that needs to happen. And not only that, they are hoping to have a new phase here with you. If they maybe have told you in the past that, or made you feel like this person didn't want to be with you, they're, changing their mind. And they, see you rising from the ashes and maybe being a phoenix in your life, where maybe you have healed yourself, things like that, and they want to do the same. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that. Let's check out this other, oracle deck and see if there are any other messages that come through. Usually I would only pick one card, but two cards came flying out, so let's see here. All right, so this person feels like they made a lot of mistakes here. They wish that they could right their wrongs with you. Whatever they did to you here, maybe it was involving these addictions, or maybe they, were codependent. Maybe they were causing that, like a runner chaser dynamic here, where it just was an unhealthy dynamic. But now they see you as the missed opportunity. So for those of you who are in separation with this person, they are seeing you as a missed opportunity. We had a couple other cards that came out. They do recognize now that they failed to give you what you needed here in this connection. And that could have been due to some of these addictions that they have, whether it's, and they could also have all sorts of addictions. I mean, there are, substance abuse addictions, schmegsual addictions. I mean, all sorts of addictions out there. But they do feel that, they are unworthy of you and that you are a better person than they are. So maybe that's because you've healed yourself, and maybe they're just, in the process of doing that. But like I said, they've seen you rise from the ashes here. And they want to do the same. They want to follow in your footsteps here. They want to right their wrongs. They feel like they didn't act when they should have. And, you know, maybe you were walking away and they didn't stop you. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. What else does Aries need to know about this person, Spirit? Okay. So yeah, they see you in your Nine of Pentacles energy here, okay? They see that you're independent, you're financially stable, you know, maybe you've had a glow up here, you have a great job, career, things like that. So maybe you're happily single. They do see you in that way, and they feel left out in the cold here by you. Now, maybe they made you feel like this in the past, but this person feels like, you know, you basically are, you know, shunning them. They're, you know, you've left them out in the cold. They do see you as a missed opportunity, like I said. And especially now that they see that you have this glow up, they want to be back in your life here. Okay. They want to right their wrongs. They're probably going to come in quickly here. Hopefully it's not some erratic type, communication, because the Knight of Swords can be that way, but they want to come and try to bring some information here to you. It could be information with the Eight of Pentacles, that they want to work on things here with you, that they want to, like I said, right their wrongs, things like that. Now, male or female, doesn't matter the gender. If they never told you that they, you know, cared about you or loved you, this is possibly what else they want to tell you. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups. They are feeling very, you know, much in love with you here, and they really do want to come and tell you that. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands. So this person is making plans here. They do want to come in and write this with you. What does this person want to tell Aries, Spirit? And try to get some messages here for you. All right. So for some of you, they felt like the two of you were too young. Okay. So whether that resonates with you or not, that might just be for one person out there. But for some of you, that is the case. They also say that their life is not as together as it seems. So for some of them out there, maybe they portrayed themselves as having things all together when in reality they didn't. Obviously, they have addictions here. They've got wounding that needs healing. So they might have presented themselves one way, but in fact, they hid things from you. They do want to tell you how they feel. Again, we have the Queen of Cups here. So they have a lot of love for you. Maybe they never told you the extent of how they felt about you. And now that they see that you're in this Nine of Pentacles energy, you know, they really want you to know how they felt or how they feel. And they do feel you even though you're apart. So for those of you who are in no contact with this person, yeah, they want to bridge that gap, and they want to be back into your good graces and into your life here. Okay. They do want you to know that they're becoming a better person. So, again, I'm feeling with that Phoenix energy here that this person has seen you have a glow up here. You know, you're, like I said, in your Nine of Pentacles energy, and they're using that as, you know, looking at you as a mentor here. Okay. So hopefully they're trying to overcome whatever these addictions that they have are. They want to come in, tell you how much they care about you, and that they want to, you know, overcome these things with you. So a lot of earth energy here. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be very significant. We have air, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and also water. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So you or your person actually. We don't have fire, so that would be Aries. But if you might have these in your chart anywhere, but your person could be any of these signs, or they're just, you know, acting in, you know, they're acting in that way. So, all right. Well, I hope this helps. And until next time, take care. All right. Welcome in, Taurus. Let's do your reading here. So we're going to start with a couple oracles here and then move on to tarot and then see what the person on your mind wants to tell you. Okay. So let's see what the main ideas as far as this reading are. I let Spirit tell me how many cards will come out. So first off, we have the butterfly card. So this person, you know, maybe it's this person that's evolving and growing. You both might be evolving and growing. Maybe healing inner child wounds, releasing past issues, things like that. But this person wants to move to the next phase with you. So whether you're in contact and connection with this person or not, you know, either way, right now, from what this card is saying, doesn't really matter. But this person wants to move things along to the next phase. If you're not in contact or connection with this person right now, if you're in separation, then they want to reunite here with you. Okay, so you know, if you are in connection with this person, then you know they want to move things along to the next level here. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Okay, so we have a couple cards that came out. So this person does admit, maybe within their healing, that they've left when things got hard. So if you are in separation with this person, then you know just know that this person is trying to introspect and heal themselves, and they do realize that part of the things that they need to heal are the issues and you know, maybe past experiences that have caused them to become a runner, basically. Maybe emotional immaturity or emotional blockages where they can't be vulnerable, things like that. They're trying to grow and heal whatever those wounds are, so that, and release whatever past issues might have caused them, so that they don't do that any longer. Okay. They do also recognize that they might have sabotaged this connection if you are in separation, or if, you know, you are in connection, they're recognizing that, you know, they do mess things up sometimes. Okay. And that, you know, they do run. So if that resonates with you, then this reading is for you. If you recognize and resonate that this person, you know, the person that's in your mind, is a runner, has been a runner, and maybe they self-sabotage this relationship, then like I said, that this reading is for you, okay? But you know that this person is healing, they're doing their best to try to, you know, become the best version of themselves for you. Yeah, again, we have the healing card, basically. So the Four of Swords is about healing. So they are doing the healing work. So that is Spirit justifying, yes, and basically saying that this person is doing the healing. So whoever this person is in your energy, the one that's on your mind that you're wondering about, this person is doing the healing work here. They want to be successful with you. They want this to be a successful, maybe reconnection or a successful relationship here. Okay, so yeah, with the Six of Wands, yep, they want this to be successful. You know, they want to be the best version of themselves for you. And I think that that's a really good sign. They do know that you are the wounded warrior right now. They do, and you know, they might also feel this way as well, you know, which is, you know, why they, you know, they need to go within. They need to realize that, you know, they run from things, they mess things, the good things up in their life sometimes, things like that, because of wounding. Okay, they maybe have boundaries up and things like that, but they know that you do too. So if you aren't in connection with this person, then you might have put up some pretty high boundaries with this person. All right, and they know that. And, you know, they recognize that is what you needed to do. But, you know, they do, even though they do recognize that they might feel like a wounded warrior, they know that you are as well. So whether they showed that to you before or not, they are recognizing that. And with the Hangman, they are basically trying to get a new perspective. So, you know, they might have been maybe thinking more of themselves before, you know, in this whatever connection they were in with you. You know, maybe they never really realized how things were affecting you, but now they're seeing things differently. You know, they're getting a different perspective. They're seeing how you feel about things. And that's why, you know, they're wanting to heal. They're wanting to change things for the better for you. All right, so we have a lot of cards that came out here. So yeah, so they're going to be coming in. They most likely do want to come and reconnect here with you once this healing process, you know, has, you know, gone on, and when they feel that it's appropriate to come in. With the Knight of Cups, they do have a lot of love here for you. So whether you knew that or not, whether they expressed that to you or not, they're going to be coming in with this cup of love. I mean, we have the King of Cups as well. So yeah, they definitely, you know, they might be coming in and they might tell you, you know, a little bit that they love you, but they really love you. Okay. They know that they cause conflict here. They do know that they did that, that they did do that to you, and they want to make it up to you. Okay. They want to start back and maybe start with, you know, a lighthearted approach. They do want to see where things go, but deep down, they really want to be your emperor. They want to be in control of things. They do want to, you know, just take the lead with this relationship. You know, maybe you felt like this person just didn't show you enough how much they cared and how much they loved you, and they want to change that here for you. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have Four of Cups. So they do see you as a missed opportunity, and they want to right that. So, all right. What does this person want to say to Taurus? Spirit. Let's see. So if there are people that you know, that you two both know, mutual friends, things like that, maybe coworkers, if you work together, they say that they don't react when people mention you, but that's because they don't want people to know what's going on under the surface here, because they love you. Like I said, this person has so much love for you. They are just wanting to heal themselves. Oh my gosh. And just be the best version of themselves for you. Like I keep saying that over and over, and I'm getting chills. Spirit is just putting that through me. They know that they messed everything up with you. Again, same as that sabotage card here. They know they messed up with you. They know they did. They don't want to let on to other people that, because they, you know, when they come in to tell you that how much they love and care about you, they don't want it to get back to you before they do this. Okay. So that might be also why they don't react when people mention you. They remember every detail of that day. So it could have been the day that maybe you two separated, or that maybe you had an argument. And they do, if, you know, if you're separated from this person, which I'm feeling for a lot of you, you are, they wonder if you're happy without them. So they're, you know, maybe they see you hanging out with other people. Maybe, maybe you've moved on from this person, but you know, they do wonder if you're happy without them. If you shared some kind of music together, maybe you have a certain song that reminds you of this person. Please know that this person has the same for you, and you speak to them through music. Okay. All right. Well, I hope this helps, Taurus. And until next time, take care. All right. Welcome in, Gemini. Okay. So we're going to start with a couple oracles, see what the gist of your reading is about, and just take what resonates, leave the rest. All right. So it's going to be about the person on your mind, the person that you're thinking of right now that's in your energy, whether you're in separation or not. And I just let Spirit tell me how many cards, you know, come out for this. So we have the Paradise card. So the person that you're thinking of, when they think of you, they feel happiness and joy. Okay. Maybe you two were very playful with each other, very lighthearted. I know a lot of Geminis are like that. So, you know, maybe you just spent a lot of time enjoying each other. You know, whether you were actually in a relationship, you know, where it was, you know, just like commitment of some sort, or whether, you know, it was more of a casual type relationship where, you know, you were dating, but, you know, you weren't completely like committed fully, you know, or something like that. You basically were in this honeymoon phase with this person. Okay. That's what it felt like. So this person is saying that, you know, whoever this is that you're thinking of, they just had a lot of happiness and joy here with you. They just enjoyed every moment that they spent with you. Okay. So if you ever had a doubt about that, that is what they're feeling. They are reminiscing about you and they miss your inside jokes. So if you all are in separation here, then this person is definitely thinking of you. They're reminiscing about you, things like that. This person, I hate to say, at times they did feel unappreciated by you. So at times they did feel like you didn't care. So I'm not sure if that'll resonate with all of you out there, but if, you know, maybe it does, then it's possible that, you know, that is the case here. Okay. And let's see. And then we also have the habits card. So there could have been certain habits that either you or this person have, maybe wounding that needs healing, something like that. But, you know, maybe the way things ended, you know, if this is an ending with this person, if this person, you and this person are in separation, which is the way I'm feeling, they're not 100% confident that things will change between the two of you. Okay. But on the bottom of the deck, it does say unfinished business. So, you know, there might still be things that need to be discussed between the two of you and things that need to be worked out. So, you know, like I said, if you're in separation with this person, then that is what this person, that's what this person is thinking and feeling. Okay. Okay, so we have the High Priestess that came out. The letters B or J might be significant. Ladybugs might be significant. Those are the things that I usually, my eyes are drawn to when I see this card. But, you know, this person could be hiding something from you. So there could be things that are hidden here, but the High Priestess is also about intuition. So it's possible that either you intuitively know that, you know, that you and this person maybe have unfinished business as well, or maybe that's what this person is feeling intuitively, that, you know, you do have unfinished business and maybe you do have things that need to be discussed. But yeah, I mean, you know, maybe you or this person are very spiritual. It's possible that, and it's also possible that this is a spiritual connection that you have with this person. So if you're in separation, we have the Page of Swords that came out. So this person is watching you. Maybe if you're online, if you're on social media, they are watching you and they're wondering what you're up to, things like that. They're probably wondering if you've moved on to another connection. They are in their head, okay? They're stressed out. They're in their head. They're in a self-imposed prison here. All right. And it's possible that the person, you know, there could have been a third party here. The Queen of Wands is usually my third party card. So it's possible for some of you, I'm feeling that there is or was a third party that was involved in this connection. So if that's not the case, then this person sees you as the Queen of Wands, where you are, you know, magnetic, where you are passionate, where you are very driven, very confident. Okay, so take that part as it resonates, because, you know, that's not, you know, the third party is not going to resonate for all of you out there. But with the Seven of Pentacles, you know, either this person feels like they've invested a lot into this connection and that they, you know, are just waiting to see what happens with the seeds that were planted, that maybe, you know, you two can come back together. But it's also possible that this person feels like they did put a lot into this relationship, but they're not seeing the growth. They're not seeing anything that, you know, positive that maybe had happened. That even though you were enjoying each other at one point, they did feel, at least, you know, at some point they felt unappreciated here. Okay. And they feel like things there were things that needed to be changed in the connection with you, but they're not sure if things will ever be able to change. Maybe you've gone through a cycle with this person more than once, and this person just feels like nothing is going to change. They do want a new passionate beginning here with you. So, maybe that's what they're hiding from you. But, they do want a new passionate beginning. You could be at a distance from this person, a physical distance. If not, it could be emotional distance. But this person, is thinking of a future with you. Like I said, they do want a new passionate beginning here. So they could be thinking of a new beginning. So maybe that's something that, they're in their head about right now. Maybe, they really do want things to change. This person, they either see you as the king. I'm feeling like for the majority of you, they see you as a king of pentacles. Okay. So they see you as stable. They see you as, a father figure. So, you could maybe own your own business. You could, have a family with this person, possibly. And with Temperance, they do want to balance things out here with you. So, they do want things to be balanced. We have the Four of Swords at the bottom. So it's showing that they are healing and that they're trying to, they want to heal this connection. They're trying to heal things with you. So let's see. We've got a lot of fire here. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm having like a brain fart here. Leo, yes, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So if those signs resonate for your person, they could just be prominent in their chart. They could just be feeling very passionate. We also have air. So it could be another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then we've got earth. So that is Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus here. But I don't see any water. So they do want to say that they look for you everywhere. That if they blamed you, it was really their fault, but they just, blamed you. They can't stop thinking about you. And they might have some good news that they wish that they could share with you, but unfortunately you are, might be in separation here. They also want to say that they know they messed everything up with you. Okay. So that is your reading, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brought clarity. And until next time, take care. All right. Welcome in, Cancer. Okay, so we are going to see what's going on between you and the person that's on your mind. We are going to start with a couple oracles here and go from there. We're going to get into tarot and then see what this person might want to say to you, okay? All right, let's see here. Okay, so the cards that came out here, so it looks like there's been heartbreak here, that your person that is in your energy here, they're deeply sad and hurt. They're feeling lost without you. So it looks like this is separation here. There is a lot of grieving and despair going on here because there was a breakup between the two of you. It's possible that maybe if there was like a third party, that for some of you out there, that there was a breakup between this person and that third party. But take it as it resonates, okay? Because if you're in separation with this person, I'm feeling that there's also heartbreak and despair and grieving because they're missing you as well. So there has been cutting ties, moving on between the two of you. One of you felt like, I'm thinking it's, feeling that it's you all that you did not receive what you needed from this connection. And you basically felt that it was best to cut ties, okay? Like I said, take it as it resonates because it's possible for some of you who resonate with, maybe that this was a third party situation where maybe your person had someone else as well as you that, they might have cut ties with this third party and that, they're moving on because they did not get what they needed from this other party. All right, so again, we have new chapter. I'm trying to move on. This person is trying to move on here, okay? Now, if they're, trying to move on from a third party, then that might be the case. If they're trying to move on from you, I'm feeling that it's not working here, okay? Because they're daydreaming and they're always longing for you here, okay? So there is a lot of longing going on. They are daydreaming about reuniting here with you. So, like I say, take it as it resonates. I'm not sure, not all of you resonate with the third party situation being part of your story. But if you are pretty convinced, or if you know for sure that there was a third party involved, then they're definitely moving on to the third party, but they really cannot move on from you, is what I'm hearing. So let's get into tarot. We'll see, what comes out here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so they're seeing you here as the Queen of Pentacles. You were very stable in their life. You were very nurturing, very mothering. They felt like home here with you. Okay, whether you live together or not, they felt like you were home to them. Now in separation with this Hangman energy, they're seeing things from a new perspective. So they're seeing, if you all had maybe an argument about certain things that maybe you didn't see eye to eye on, things like that, they are definitely seeing a new perspective. They do see that you have your boundaries up. They see you as the wounded warrior here. But please know that I'm seeing this and feeling this both ways, that this person, they also feel like the wounded warrior right now. And maybe that's, part of this Hangman energy, this new perspective. Maybe they never, understood how you were feeling and things like that, and now they do. So, they might have boundaries up as well, fear of rejection, things like that, but they are definitely they feel like you do, where, you're the wounded warrior. You're basically, you have your boundaries up here. Okay. Your defenses up. They feel like they're left out in the cold here from you. Okay. They're feeling left out of your life. You were like the light to them. You were their stability, and they, they don't have it here anymore with you. And they want to start a new beginning here with you. Okay. So they're most likely going to be coming back into your life. They want to, start something new here with you. They want a new beginning, but they're in their head about it. Okay. They're in a self-imposed prison here, feeling like things, you might not take them back, that you'll be in the King of Swords energy. That you will go from the Queen of Pentacles to the King of Swords. And maybe you were like this when you two separated. Maybe you demanded the truth. Maybe you demanded clarity from them. Maybe you were basically cutting with your words because you were tired of their BS. Whatever, they brought into this connection. But they're afraid that you're going to be in that King of Swords energy, because they really do want the Ten of Pentacles here with you, okay? They want this family. They want everything here with you. They want family. They want abundance. They know that, with you being the Queen of Pentacles, that you are that person for them. You are the ultimate, you are their person. And so let's see here. Yeah. And for some of you out there, so, they might have been inconsistent. They might have been hot and cold at times, in and out. Maybe they breadcrumbed you, ghosted you, things like that. If there was a third party involved, this is basically a player card. And it might not resonate for all of your situations, but if there was a third party involved here, then that is the energy that they were in. And they know that they were in that energy here, but they're reminiscing here about you. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. So that is, you might have, it's possible for some of you, you might have a past life with this person, but this is someone from your past. They're reminiscing about you. They want to reconnect with you. Okay. They want to mend things and make things right with you. So, all right, let's see what they want to say to you. So it looks like as far as signs, we've got air. So we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got earth. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have all the signs. We have fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then water. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So all the signs are out here. So it could be any of the signs. The Fool is both Aries and Aquarius, so it could be any of them. But they do say that they wish that they had treated you better. Yeah. Let's see, anything else, Spirit? Let's see what else. They say that they're becoming a better person here. Again, they're in that hangman energy, so they're trying to overcome what issues they have. If they were, maybe hot and cold, they don't want to bring that back here with you into this connection if you do reconnect. They do wonder if you're happy without them. And they do remember every detail of that day. So if, maybe it was an argument that you all had, or maybe the day that you all separated, they remember they just keep replaying it over and over. That's part of this self-imposed prison here. They do know that they crossed the line with you. Okay. And they wish that things could be different. So just a heads up that, they do want a new beginning, so they'll most likely be coming in at some point here soon to come and maybe offer something here to you, and hopefully maybe reconnect with you. Okay? All right, so Cancer, that is your reading, and I hope you all take care. I hope it brought some clarity. All right, welcome in, Leo. Okay, so we're going to start with a couple oracles and then move on to tarot, and then see what this person that's on your mind might want to say to you. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say about this person that's in your energy, the one that's on your mind. What might be going on here? Okay, so a couple cards came out so far. All right. So the first card that came out is old school. So this person might have been in some outdated thinking, like outdated ways of thinking. Maybe they've been conditioned by their past, but they have they are constantly an overthinker. They just replay things over and over in their head, and they can't get past things like, because of things like that. But maybe there was just some kind of outdated way of thinking that just kept them in some kind of cycle here. But there has been some sort of sudden change here in their life, some kind of shocking news that gave them some sort of epiphany here and caused them to transform things in their life. Okay, so the sudden change, it could have been something that happened between the two of you, but I'm feeling for the majority of you that there's something shocking that maybe they've come to realize in this separation maybe with you, that that they are like this and that they need to overcome this to have like a healthy, type relationship. All right, so we do have the unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way I planned. So, it's possible that that things didn't go the way they planned with you. But it's, if there maybe was something else in their life, maybe there was a third party involved. It's possible that maybe they were trying to have their cake and eat it too. And, have you and another person possibly. And they thought that they could juggle the two of you, and that, maybe this is part of their outdated thinking. Maybe they've done this all of their life. And that, there was a sudden change here where maybe you walked away, and things didn't go as they planned, but they do know that you all have a soul contract together, and they do want you to know that they are starting to learn their lessons here with this connection with you. So let's see what is more details here with tarot. Let's see what tarot has to say. Yeah, I'm getting multiple different scenarios here because, it's a general reading, so take what resonates with this. I'm hearing lots of different things, just depending. So we do have the Six of Pentacles. It's possible that this person breadcrumbed you. Okay. Maybe you were looking for equal reciprocity, equal give and take, and you just did not get it from this person. Okay. Now that you're not, with this person any longer, now that you're in separation, because I'm feeling for basically the majority of you here that you're in separation, this person's in regret here. They're in regret for the way that they treated you. They're in regret because things didn't go the way they planned. Maybe they planned on keeping you on a shelf and, waiting around for them while they dealt with somebody else or another situation in their life. Breadcrumbing, doesn't have to be that, they had a third party, like an actual person. Could have been a job, could have been their family, children. It could be anything that they put above you. They didn't give you equal give and take here. And now they regret it. Okay. Like I said, things didn't go the way they planned. We have the Two of Cups. This is a high level soulmate connection. Okay. So they're finally realizing this. They're finally realizing that you can't breadcrumb your soulmate here. Okay. They're regretting it. They might have been acting, like I said, like the Knight of Wands. Maybe, like I said, there was a third party. This is a player card. So if you do resonate knowing that there was a third party as far as an actual person, then yes, this person was acting like a player here. They wanted their cake and they wanted to eat it too. There are three people on this Six of Pentacles card. This is that third party. This is you. You're waiting for your crumbs here, and you deserve more than that. But this is also an energy, if you don't resonate with, a third party actually being a person, then, this is talking about inconsistency, being in and out, hot and cold, things like that, breadcrumbing, gaslighting, all that sort of, it's basically playing games to get what they want. So, once again, for a lot of you, they wanted their cake. They wanted to eat it too. So, unfortunately, with the Six of Wands, they watched you move away to calmer waters onto a happy ending, possibly with somebody else. So you might be with somebody else at this time, or there might be somebody else coming into your life. This person really feels like now they want the Four of Wands with you. I mean, if with the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups here, this could be your twin flame, actually. And this person is now regretting breadcrumbing their twin flame. That they put some sort of third party over you. And so they want to come in with the Knight of Cups here and now, show you the love and attention that you deserve. Okay. And then with the Star, they have hope for this. Okay. They have hope for this connection and they want commitment. So just a heads up that this person, Ace of Cups, they want a new passionate beginning here with you, a new emotional beginning. So this person does want to start this connection over again with you. They did see you, move on to calmer waters. They're recognizing the way that they treated you. That could be part of this epiphany. I'm feeling like the epiphany, that shock card, was not just about you having the epiphany to walk away from this, but which they probably never expected you to do, but they're also getting an epiphany since you did that. What is important in their life, okay? And they do want to start new here with you. So we'll get some cards and see what they want to say to you here. We have Earth that came out, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Cups, so water energy, so that is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We've got Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Air. So we have all the signs here, it looks like. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then the Star is also Aquarius. So, like I said, this could be your twin flame. All right, so they say that they're grateful for the spiritual lesson. They are finally starting to understand your connection. Like I said, this connection is most likely a twin flame connection. It's a high-level soulmate at that. So they treated you like some superficial, fling, basically. And now they're in deep regret. For some of you, they feel so badly about this that they know that you moved on to calmer waters, and they just feel that, I don't know, that they are just not good enough for you. So for some of them, they do feel like they're not the one for you. If you all were just friends and maybe it never got any further than that, they want to be more than friends. So if they, you know, never showed you that. Some of them, they do hide behind material things because they maybe have low self-esteem, things like that. And then they do, for some of them out there, they do feel like you need to let each other go. Okay. Maybe that, they are becoming a better person as well. You know, for some of them, they know how badly they treated you. And I feel like for, you know, some of them out there, the ones that say that we both know I'm not the one for you and that you need to let each other go. Because, you know, maybe changing and healing is just too difficult for them. Maybe you're just that much more elevated than they are. And even though they have hope for this and want commitment, maybe they feel like it's too difficult. So, all right. Well, that might not resonate with all of you, but, for those of you, you know, I hope it gave you some clarity, into this situation, and I hope it finds you well. Okay. Till next time. Take care. All right. Welcome in, Virgo. Okay, so we are going to start with a few oracles here, see what the gist of the reading is going to be about here, and then we'll move on to tarot, and then see what this person that's on your mind wants to say to you. Okay, so again, it's about the person that's in your energy, the one that's on your mind. What is going on between you and this person? What Spirit has to say about this situation here. Let's try one more time, see if anything comes out in this deck. Okay, we've got, oh boy, we've got a lot of cards that came out. I always let Spirit tell me how many cards come out. Okay, so Virgo, let's see here. It looks like this is a karmic relationship with this person, okay? There could be resentments, there could be triggers involved. There might be a lot of intense highs and lows, a lot of turmoil, things like that. It could be something fleeting where you go through cycles with this person. Maybe, you know, you're with them. Maybe you've been with this person in multiple cycles, possibly, where you break up, you get back together, you break up, you get back together, you know, things like that. But, you know, where, you know, it's intense, and then you let each other go, and then you get back together, you know, things like that. But, for those of you who resonate with this, it looks like Spirit is saying that it's a karmic relationship, that you all mirror each other, you mirror each other's wounding and things like that, and that the reason for that is to cause reflection here, so that you can look at your shadow sides, you can introspect, and you can look at those inner the wounds that you have to heal them. Okay. Let's see here. So Spirit is saying that there was a lot of competition here in this relationship, that there could have been a third party involved in one way or another, and that maybe you were constantly looking over your shoulder with this person. So Spirit is basically saying that, you know, you should be, you know, just try to be single, try to live in the moment, try to have fun and have time with your friends here, because abundance is coming your way. Okay. Try to have a positive mindset and try to manifest blessings into your life. Okay. So if you're thinking that this is something negative, just try to learn your lessons from this situation, and, you know, try to manifest, you know, good things into your life. Try to have gratitude for the good things in your life, you know, maybe the time with friends and things like that, and just try to live in the moment here. So I'm feeling for a lot of you that you might be, you know, in separation with this person. If you're not, then it looks like, you know, Spirit is kind of wanting you to maybe learn lessons and move on and try to, you know, heal yourself by being single. And once you do learn your lessons, then abundance will come your way. So this person is saying that they wish that things between you never had happened. They have regret about things. Let's see, what else do we have, Spirit, if anything? Let's see, one more time. It's possible we don't always get multiple cards from multiple decks here, but let's see. Okay, again, shadow side. Yeah, you made me realize my flaws. That's exactly what this relationship is sounding like. Okay, so there is regret for maybe the way things had happened between the two of you here. And there could be regret on both sides, but this person is feeling regretful. And then they're also saying, you know, that you did mirror and do what you were supposed to in this relationship. You made them look at their flaws, at their shadow, and it's, you know, wounding that needs to be healed. Okay? What do we need to know about this situation? Spirit, let's see what comes out. All right, we have a lot of cards that came out here. Okay, let's see. What came out first? All right. All right, so you might have felt like this person was the 10 of Cups here for you, okay? Maybe this person made you feel like this was your emotional fulfillment. Maybe this person made, you know, and maybe, you know, maybe you both did feel this way when you had those high highs. Because karmic relationships, you know, you have very high highs and very low lows. When things are good, they're great. When things are not good, they're really not good. So, you know, it's like a super high roller coaster, you know, ride where it's very high and then very low. But this person does want to give you some clarity here. They might want clarity from you as well. So if you're in separation with this person, then know that this person does want to come in possibly and talk with you here. You might be in separation with this person. Like I said, you might be at a physical distance with the Three of Wands. So you might, and if it's not physical distance, you know, if maybe, you know, you are still in close proximity to this person, then it's emotional distance. Okay. So with justice, there could be karma at play here. You know, you or this other person could be getting karma for what has gone on. I mean, just take it as it resonates, but you know, you might be getting your justice in this situation. This person does want to try to balance things out here with you. So if they wronged you in any way, they do want to try to balance things out here with you. And you might intuitively know this with the High Priestess. Okay. And maybe you intuitively knew that this was a karmic relationship as well at some point. It's possible. The letters B and J might be significant. Ladybugs might be significant to you in this connection. Anything else, Spirit? Let's see, what else came out? We have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is a player card. So like we were saying, there might have been a third party involved here, and that, you know, with the Knight of Wands, that's a player card. So this person was inconsistent with you. They could have breadcrumbed you. They could have been hot and cold, in and out with you, gaslit you, all sorts of things like that. Maybe they wanted their cake and eat it too. Maybe they hid a third party from you, and with the High Priestess, you knew about that. You know, you knew that you wanted the 10 of Cups with this person, but they were constantly hiding things from you. You know, they weren't being honest. So, you know, all you wanted to do was work with this person, you know, and have things work out. You wanted to, you know, be able to work together on things. And maybe they just never met you halfway. So, yeah, there was definitely, for a lot of you here, there was definitely a third party involved. So, you know, once you found out about this, you became the King of Swords here, and you took out your sword and you demanded clarity. You demanded answers, and, you know, you really wanted things to work out between the two of you. And unfortunately, you know, with it being a karmic relationship, as I've said in some of my other readings, that, you know, if you and the other person are able to heal, you know, the wounding that went on between the two of you. You know, if you separate and then you work on yourselves and you are able to come back together as healed individuals, as elevated, maybe in a higher vibration, things like that. It is possible to heal a relationship, but it's a lot of work on both sides, and both parties need to be committed to that. It can't be a one-sided thing. So, you know, you can turn a karmic relationship around, but, you know, the main goal of a karmic relationship is to learn lessons and to mirror, like I said, have those shadow sides mirrored to you so that you can work on that. So yeah, for a lot of you, Spirit is recommending, if you know, are with this person still, or if you're just still thinking about them and hoping to, you know, reconcile with them, to maybe move on to calmer waters here without this person. Even though, you know, they might have felt like your wish fulfillment, that your wish fulfillment, your true wish fulfillment might be elsewhere. Okay. That's what I'm getting from that. All right, what does this person want to say to Virgo? While I'm shuffling here, it looks like we have water. So your person can be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They could be air. So it is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And what else do we have? And then we have earth. So it looks like we have all the signs. So this person could be also a Taurus, another Virgo, or a Capricorn. So yeah, it could be any of the signs. They could be prominent in this person's chart. But they're saying that they will wait for a sign from you. So, you know, if you've already moved away from this person, they are saying that, you know, that they might be willing to go through this cycle again with you. If you're not, you know, healed and you feel like you do want to go through this cycle again, then if you make a move toward them, then they're saying that they'll wait for a sign from you. I think that Spirit is wanting you to see the red flags for what they are and to try to move on to calmer waters, but take it as it resonates. We don't tell you what to do with tarot. We just give you clarity, and I try to tell you what Spirit is recommending. They're saying that their life is not as together as it seems. So maybe they were pretending to have things all together, but, you know, really that's not reality. They're saying that they left when they saw you with someone. So, I mean, it is possible that you all had a third party, but I don't really feel that from this. I'm feeling that for the majority of you out here, that they might have seen you with a friend and they just assumed that it was another, you know, like a love interest or something. They're saying that just being near you is intoxicating. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, we have a few things. They say they know they crossed the line with you. They're saying that they're becoming a better person and they remember every detail of that day. So it could be, you know, if you have walked away, it could be the day that you walked away, could be maybe a fight that you all had, something like that. But they're also grateful for the spiritual lesson. Okay. So they are at least recognizing that this, you know, relationship was about lessons, and hopefully they are learning their lessons. So, all right. Well, I hope this helps, Virgo. I hope it brought some clarity, and until next time, take care. All right. Welcome in, Libra. So we are going to start with a few oracles, as many as Spirit tells me, and then we'll move on to tarot, and then what the person on your mind wants to say to you. Okay. All right. So this is about the person that's in your energy, the one that's on your mind. We'll see what the gist of the situation and the reading is about, and we will go from there. Okay, let's see here. So a couple cards. All right. So it looks like we have the butterfly card. So I'm feeling like for a lot of you, you might be in separation with this person, but take it as it resonates. But there is evolving and growing on both sides here, okay? You and this person are both trying to heal your inner child wounds and release past issues that you might have, things that are affecting you or the way you see relationships. And, you know, I'm feeling like this person is going to want to come back in and reunite with you and maybe bring things to the next phase here. Okay. They want the relationship to evolve and grow as well. Because we also have the talking card. So they are interested in talking with you. So be prepared that you're going to be getting a message here soon from this person. Whether they're waiting for a message from you or whether you're waiting for a message from them. It could come in any form here, but they are looking forward to talking with you here. So just be prepared that this person, it does want to talk with you and possibly reunite here with you. It could be, you know, that they're just going to try to bring some clarity, but from seeing the butterfly card where it's talking about evolving and growing to the next phase. I mean, it's also talking about the next phase of your growth and, you know, just evolving in general in your spirituality and, you know, things like that. But I'm feeling like for a lot of you, they want to reconnect and bring your connection to, you know, the next phase here. They do see you as irreplaceable. Okay. So however you love this person, it can never be matched by someone else. So maybe they try to find you in someone else and they can't do it. Okay. They also want your forgiveness. So they might be coming in with an apology, but they are struggling to get over the past. So, you know, I feel like with that card, they're not only struggling to get over the past with you, things that they might have done to sabotage this connection, which again, we've got sabotage. So they do mess things up in their life sometimes, but they also are trying to forgive themselves for maybe some things in their own personal past. So like we were saying, releasing the past, you know, we're talking about, you know, releasing things that no longer serve you, you know, ways of thinking or things you're ashamed of, things like that. Trying to look at your shadows, look at your wounding, and trying to heal those things. Okay. All right. So it's possible that they see you as the Queen of Swords here. So maybe when you two separated, you know, you were in your Queen of Swords energy. I mean, you are an air sign. So, you know, I'm actually feeling, I'm pretty sure that the Queen of Swords is actually Libra. Yeah, because I think the King of Swords is Aquarius and the Queen of Swords is Libra. Yeah, so this is your card. I mean, you were acting in your energy. You basically were demanding the truth. You were demanding clarity. Maybe this person didn't give it to you because we also had the Moon card that came out. So this is talking about things that are hidden. Okay. So you felt intuitively that this person was hiding things from you, and, you know, maybe that was part of that sabotage, but they're hiding things from you. You probably knew about it. You probably demanded that, you know, this person was authentic and truthful with you, and they weren't. So, you know, you took out your sword and, you know, you basically cut them off. And now, since that happened, they're in regret. Okay. With the Five of Cups, they are in deep regret. So maybe, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Hanged Man come out, but they're probably looking at things from a new perspective here, because they're in regret. They know you are their soulmate. Okay. You are a high level soulmate here. You could resonate with being a divine counterpart with this person. Maybe even a twin flame. I'm getting goosebumps while I'm saying that. This person is in deep regret for what they did and for how they treated their soulmate. All right. So now they are in the Four of Swords. They are trying to heal. We did see that come out in that butterfly card as well. So they are trying to heal themselves and, you know, come back to you at, you know, more elevated and more healed. With the Eight of Pentacles, they do want to work on things here with you. Okay. So hopefully they're going to be more honest, open and honest here with you, and maybe share whatever they didn't share with you before. It's possible they could just be their true feelings. Maybe they kept their true feelings here from you. Okay. Yeah, so they're gonna come in soon with the Chariot here. So be prepared. They are gonna be coming your way. They have felt left out in the cold. That might be something else that they tell you. And they've been hermiting. Okay, so they've been to themselves. They have not been gallivanting around and dating around, things like that. I'm not getting that feeling here. I'm getting the feeling that they feel left out in the cold. They feel very regretful. And they basically thought to themselves, what can I do here? What can I do to fix this? And so they realized that they needed to heal. They needed to elevate. They probably see that you're doing that as well. They know that they lost their soulmate here because of things that were hidden. And like I said, it could just be as simple as not telling you their true feelings. But there could be things in their past also that they're ashamed of, that they also feel like they need to share with you. And that's something that they don't do with just anybody. Okay, so it could be that they have a few things to share with you. But they also might tell you how they felt when you all, parted here. Okay, just so you know, we do have the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. So this person does see you as their happy home. They see you as their stability. They see you as home, basically. So we're going to get into what this person wants to say to you here, but let's see. So we have air signs. So this person can be another Libra. They can also be a Gemini, Aquarius. We also have Earth, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Cups, so that's water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I don't see any fire here. So, what does this person want to say, Spirit? So yeah, this person is in deep regret here. I feel you even though we're apart. So, and for some of you, they're not available yet. So they're still feeling like they need to heal. They're still feeling like they need to hermit here. So for some of you, they might not be heading your way just yet. Okay. They do hope that you can forgive them one day. They're really wanting your forgiveness. Again, we've got forgiveness both, a couple times here. So they really feel like they wronged you by keeping whatever they did from you. If you all were just friends or they wanted you to feel that way, like I said, for some of them out there, they didn't tell you their true feelings. They really do want to be more than friends. Okay. For some of you, they are waiting for a sign from you before they do head in to talk with you, because maybe you told them, maybe you blocked them, maybe there is no way for them to get to you. But they do wonder if you're happy without them. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? All right. And for some of them, they do feel that the timing at that point in time when you two were together, when you were in this connection, it just wasn't right. So that could have to do with the healing process and things like that. And, maybe they weren't ready to share this with you, and now they are. All right, Libra. Well, I hope this helps. I hope it brought some clarity. And until next time, take care. All right. Welcome in, Scorpio. Okay, so we are going to start with a few oracles here and get the gist of what the reading is about between you and the person that's on your mind or the one that's in your energy. And then we'll head on to tarot and then see what messages this person wants to say to you. Okay, all right. Let's see what Scorpio needs to know here. Or what this situation is about with this person. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, let's see here. So we have a couple cards here. All right, so you or this person could have felt like the other person maybe was very charming. Maybe you felt used by this person. It's possible that this person feels that way about you. But whatever the case, there were boundaries that were enacted here and put into place because of this situation. whether either you or this person, I'm feeling like it's this person, has a fear of abandonment here. They've got some wounding that needs to be healed. So some codependency issues, things like that. And it caused some kind of runner-chaser dynamic between you and this person. So, you know, whether you identify with that or not, you know, the roles can be reversed here. But somebody, at least, you know, I'm feeling like this person felt like, you know, they've been maybe used at some point or another, and it's possible that you have as well. But what else do we need to know, Spirit? We'll see what else comes out here. But there's someone in this connection has felt used, and there were boundaries that had to go up because of what had happened, because of these wounds that triggered like abandonment issues, codependency issues, and like I said, runner-chaser dynamic here. So this person is saying that they were unsatisfied and not happy with the way things were going in this connection. Okay, so maybe this person ghosted you, maybe this person walked away from you, but and now they're unclear about where you all stand. So it's possible that you all felt unsatisfied as well. Yeah, even though they're confused, they do have hope for this, okay? So that is on the bottom. But, yeah, let's see what tarot has to say here. There's definitely a runner-chaser dynamic involved. And things just, at least things were identified as not being, you know, healthy or going the way that you all had maybe planned that they were going to go. Yeah, there was an ending here. We had the Ten of Swords. So there was definitely an ending with this person. Maybe a decision had to be made, and maybe this person, if this person was supposed to make a decision, they didn't, or they made, they either couldn't make a decision, they were having difficulty making a decision, they didn't choose you. But there was a lot of conflict here, okay, with the Five of Wands. A lot of conflict between you and this person when you were in this connection. Looks like it brought a lot of stress into your life. Yeah, brought a lot of stress here. And now, you know, you're going to be making this judgment call if this person comes back in, or you did make a judgment if you're the one that left this person. But this person is now having a different perspective. With the Hanged Man, they're thinking about things. They're, you know, reflecting on things. And if they didn't see things the way you did, they are now. Okay? And they're realizing that you just basically gave them love here. Okay? So the way I'm seeing this now, now that we're getting some clarification with the tarot here, I'm feeling like maybe you felt used by this person, that you all had to maybe walk away from this person because this person has wounding with this chaser card that needed to be healed. And that you all came in and you presented yourself in this relationship as the Queen of Cups. So you were very intuitive. You were very loving with this person. And maybe they just didn't reciprocate this, okay? Which that in turn left you unsatisfied. So at first I was feeling, and I do feel like this person that is in your energy, that is in, you know, on your mind, I do feel like, you know, maybe they were unsatisfied at times, but I don't feel it was for the same reasons, because I'm feeling like this was like a one-sided type of relationship where you might have given more than this person did. And maybe you wanted this person to decide what was important to them, and they didn't want to be put in that situation. And they couldn't decide between you and maybe their job or family or something. There was just a lot of conflict here. And I think that, you know, this person brought some toxicities into this connection with the runner-chaser dynamic, maybe, like I said, codependency issues, wounding basically that needed to be healed. And, you know, maybe that brought you to want to bring things up to this person about, you know, wanting to, you know, you wanted this person to look at what was important to them. And maybe this person had never known unconditional love until you came along. And when you had these conflicts, it seemed like you had conflicts quite often, unfortunately. And I think the conflicts is what made this person feel unsatisfied. Maybe they were feeling like you were demanding too much from them, when in fact you were just demanding reciprocity. Maybe this person was just not used to, having those types of relationships. They were used to superficial type relationships. And now this person is confused because they don't know where you all stand. Okay. Since, there was an ending here. We do have the World. So that's telling me that there was a cycle that was completed. A cycle is over between you and this person. But they do want to come on the Chariot here, and they want to come your way and, maybe talk with you. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Swords here. So they are in their head about this. Let's see. Yeah, it's fated. This was a fated connection between you and this person. And it looks like this person does want to come and maybe start a new cycle here with you. But it is fated for this person to come and talk with you about this. So maybe maybe it's just to come and talk and, talk about closure. So we do have the Queen of Wands, and for a lot of times I feel like the Queen of Wands is a third party card. So this person, there could have been a third party here involved, and that might have been what this Two of Swords is about. For some of you, if you resonate with that. If not, this person does see you as the Queen of Wands. And whether there was a third party or not, this person does still see you as the Queen of Wands. So they see you as passionate, determined, very confident, looking good, smelling good. They see you as the, as the whole package here. But like I said, for those of you, I'm feeling for a lot of you, there was another party here, unfortunately, and it brought burden. It brought a lot of burden to your life. So maybe that's something that this person wants to talk with you about. Maybe if you didn't know that there was a third party, maybe this person is going to come and talk with you about that. Okay. They do see you as the Empress. So they see you as the whole package. You brought a lot of happiness to this person, believe it or not. They do see you as a missed opportunity. With the Sun card, they might be telling you that they see you this way. This might be something that was highlighted to this person once they left you. Okay. But they are going to come in as the Knight of Cups, and they're going to, bring some feeling here with this communication, and it will bring a Tower. So just a heads up, it's going to be surprising. You aren't going to know about it. Again, we've got, even after shuffling, the Eight of Swords is at the bottom. This person is in their head. They are so stressed out. And then we have the Lovers. We have the Eight of Swords, we've got the Lovers, and then we've got the Seven of Wands. So yeah, they're willing to defend this connection because they have feelings for you that maybe they never told you about or never realized. So yeah, all right, well, let's see. Spirit, tell me what this person wants to say to them. So Scorpio, it looks like could be an air sign that you're dealing with. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We've got, let's see, water. So we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, another Scorpio. We've got Leo here with the sun. And do we have any earth? I don't see any earth here. So basically fire, water, and air. But All right. All right, so they say that they look for you everywhere. So if you all, frequent the same places or live nearby each other, they do look for you, okay? They might see your car driving around. People that have your car and they think it's you. They do say that they love you. So if they had never said that to you before, they do love you. I mean, we had the Lovers that came out as well. You're their happiness. They said that they know they crossed the line with you. So there's something that they said or did that crossed the line with you. They say they bury themselves in work to forget you. I don't feel like it's happening. They're so attracted to you. Anything else? Let's see. And I love you unconditionally. Oh my gosh. You were the best thing in my life is at the bottom. So, oh my gosh, I got chills. So this person is really missing you. They know that they messed things up here. Hopefully they're healing. It looks like, if they've got these issues that they really do have some healing that they need to do. But they're realizing what they lost. They're realizing you're a missed opportunity here. But they're going to be coming in most likely to tell you about their feelings and how deep their feelings go for you and how they messed this up. And how you felt, you're going to have to be honest with them and tell them how you feel as well if you haven't already. As far as like being, feeling used and things like that. But all right, Scorpio. Well, I hope this reading helps and I hope it brought some clarity. Until next time, take care. All right, welcome in, Sagittarius. So we are going to start with some oracles and see what the gist of this message is about. And then we'll move on to tarot, and then we'll see what the person on your mind wants to say to you. Okay, so what do we have for Sagittarius, Spirit? So this is the person on your mind who might be in separation, just depends. But what do you have for us, Spirit? Oh, goodness. Okay, we have a lot of cards that came out here. All right. So we'll start with these and go from there. I let Spirit tell me how many cards are coming out. So we have a lot of cards that came out here. Okay. All right. So we have the seduction card that came out. So there was a lot of attraction between the two of you. Maybe you hooked up, maybe you dated, but there were temptations about, maybe third parties involved here. Okay. So whether there was a third party or not, there was definitely temptation. And yeah, so it looks like you might be in separation with this person because there could have been some heartbreak and pain here. Okay. Separation and loss, deception and lies, things like that. So maybe, you found out that this person had a third party, but take it as it resonates. The roles can be reversed here, but it does look like there were third parties involved. Maybe this person tried to make you a third party. And, you just kind of hooked up and, you're very attracted to each other. It looks like there's a lot of passion between the two of you, but it ultimately led to heartbreak and pain, unfortunately. So it looks like you two basically mirrored each other's shadows to each other. It could have been a one-sided relationship here where maybe you gave more than this person did. Maybe this person love bombed you and was acting self-absorbed, acting like in a narcissistic way, where maybe they wanted their cake and eat it too by having you as a third party. So take it as it resonates. But, when you realized that this is what was going on, most likely I'm feeling like it's for you, that you cut ties with this person, you moved on, or you're moving on because you want to receive what you need from a relationship. And it's not being a third party. So now, all this person can do is look at your pictures. You both are probably missing each other, but, if you felt wronged by this person, you're probably moving on emotionally and trying to heal from this. So maybe you're not missing them as much as you did. But there is definitely nostalgia here at play. And there is evolving and growing here. So, both you and this person, hopefully this person is evolving and growing as well as you are. But you're looking forward to the next phase in your life by healing your inner child and releasing any past wounding that you have here. So, at least you had the intuition to move on from this, and that you realize that, what was going on here just wasn't for your highest good. But, you know, definitely, you know, if this resonates with you, then this is your reading here. So let's see here. Okay. So this person, you know, is saying that being away from you has allowed them to gain clarity. So, you know, maybe this person is trying to heal their wounds as well. They do recognize that, and part of the clarity is they failed to give you what you needed. You know, we have this card here when it says that you moved on, you realize that you need to get what you need, and it wasn't from this person. And with the unappreciated card, I'm feeling like this is more about you, that you felt unappreciated, that you felt like this person didn't care. I mean, they basically put you in a third party. Okay. And for some of you, you might feel like you two just have different values and too many differences. You know, maybe you felt like, you know, you would never put somebody in a third party situation. And, you know, this person did that to you. So, I mean, maybe this was just a relationship or connection that was supposed to teach you both lessons. And, you know, maybe you learned your lesson and you're moving on. You know, you're healing from this situation. But, you know, with the butterfly card, sometimes I do see that card as, you know, the person wanting to move to the next phase and evolve and grow the relationship. But that might just be for some of you out there. For the majority of you, I'm feeling like that is more about you and your next phase of growth within yourself. You know, your evolution, your healing journey here. Yeah, so this person sees you as the Queen of Pentacles. You are very stable. You're very mothering, loving, nurturing. That's what you did for this person. You brought that into this person's life. And that's part of this clarity that they're seeing. And they realize that they didn't give you what you needed. They realized that this was a one-sided connection. So yeah, you know, you're in your hermit mode here. You're trying to reflect on things. You're trying to heal. While this person is in the Five of Pentacles and they're feeling left out in the cold. Okay. So this person is definitely feeling your loss. They most likely have never had this kind of love and affection in their life from anyone before. So they just basically, you know, maybe they are just used to having third parties. Maybe they're used to playing these games with people, unfortunately. And they took your love for granted, basically. Okay. You know, maybe you, with the Seven of Pentacles, maybe you invested a lot into this connection with this person. You were hoping that your investment would be turning into what you wanted. Maybe you were hoping it would turn into the Ten of Pentacles with this person. Maybe you really had really high hopes for their potential, which unfortunately, you know, we can't, you know, it's hard to, we all do it, but it's hard to look at somebody's just their potential, unfortunately. And then you had a decision to make. I mean, maybe it's possible for those of you who do resonate with the third party issue, maybe you demanded that this person choose between you and this third party. Or maybe if, you know, they constantly put you in a third party with multiple things, you said, okay, you need to make me a priority from whatever else is in your life, and they just couldn't do it. But yeah, I mean, you know, for a lot of you, this person just could not do this. They could not make you a priority, or they just decided not to. And so, you know, you basically had to make the decision to walk away for your highest good, for your peace, you know, peace of mind too. And yeah, intuitively, you knew this. Intuitively, with the high priestess, you knew what was going on behind the scenes, and you knew that, you know, you were just not being made a priority by this person. And, you know, it could also be that you knew intuitively, maybe this person was hiding things from you as well. So with the Three of, you know, Wands, you're just looking into the future here. You're looking for, you know, better things to come into your life, maybe your abundance, things like that. This also could represent physical distance between you and this person. It could also represent emotional distance as well. So you might have cut your energy off from this person. Okay. We do have the Six of Pentacles. So this person, you know, to me, it's showing that, you know, this person didn't give you an equal give and take. That if there was a third party, whether it was an actual person or whether it was work or family or it could be anything, hobbies, whatever the case. You know, as I always say in this card, this is the third party and this is you. You're waiting for the breadcrumbs. And like, you deserve way more than breadcrumbs. Okay? Always remember that. So unfortunately, it led to heartbreak with the Three of Swords. Okay? It led to heartbreak. And now this person, they might be coming back in to want to talk with you. They might want to reconnect here with you. But, I mean, there was an ending here, okay? So whether you want to take this person back or not, you know, that's totally up to you. But, you know, Spirit does want you to just remain in your strength here with this situation, okay? All right, and then, you know, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Star. So this person does want a new beginning here with you. I'm showing with the Eight of Wands, they are going to come in with communication, fast communication. They're going to talk about a new emotional beginning they want with you, and they're hopeful for it. So just be prepared that this person is most likely going to come back in. But you just need to watch for red flags. You know, if you want to reconnect with this person, don't dismiss the red flags and take it slow, maybe. Make them prove to you with their actions that they're different. Try not to get into another cycle with this person. So what does this person want to say to the collective, to Sagittarius? So we've got, as far as signs, we've got air. So we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got Leo here. We've got, let's see, more fire. So it could be another Sagittarius. It could be Aries or, like I said, Leo. So we've got multiple Leos. We also have, we've got Earth. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I don't think I see cups. And then another Virgo with the Hermit. Yeah, no cups here. So no, I'm not seeing water signs. All right. So this person is saying that they lost themselves for a little while. So maybe it's possible that, you know, maybe they don't usually make people third parties, and maybe they just got in over their head because they were just so ego driven or something by, you know, acting like this narcissist where, you know, they just felt so full of themselves because of the love that you were giving them. It's possible. But they are saying for some of them that they couldn't let you get close to them. So maybe there are things that they're hiding that they don't normally share with people straight out the gate. And maybe, you know, they wait for things to develop. And I don't know, but it seems like there is something that they were hiding here. If they say that they couldn't let you get close to them. Emotional unavailability, and maybe emotional immaturity I'm seeing. Things like that. But they are saying they're becoming a better person. So maybe they are healing. Let's see. They do want to feel that way again, the way that they felt when they were with you. You were the best thing in their life. You came closer than anyone. So, you know, maybe they just felt closer to you and they didn't realize how much you meant to them until you left. You know, that might be something that they come in that they want to tell you. They hid who they really were from you. So again, they couldn't let you get close to them and they hid things from you. You know, maybe they were wearing a mask of some sort. But they are starting to understand your connection. So if you resonate with, you know, this person being maybe a divine counterpart, possibly, or maybe karmic, it could be a karmic relationship. Maybe they're doing some research and they're, you know, trying to heal and they're starting to understand your connection. But they do want to say also that just being near you is intoxicating. Okay. All right, so Sagittarius, I hope that this reading brought you some clarity and I hope it helps. And until next time, take care. All right, welcome in Capricorn. Okay, so we are going to start with a few oracles here and then move on to tarot. And then we'll see what the person on your mind wants to say to you here, okay? All right, so let's start with these oracles, see what this reading is going to be about. But it's about the person on your mind that's in your energy, the one you're thinking of, okay? Whether you're in separation or not. Okay, so we have a couple cards that came out here. All right. So it looks like this could have been a karmic relationship between you and this person, where there might have been resentments and triggers, different perceptions between the two of you, where there was a lot of intensity. So a lot of intense highs and a lot of intense lows. Okay. So you might have had a lot of turmoil between you and this person. And then, you know, maybe you've been in a cycle with this person more than once, where you kind of had these intensities and then you let each other go and then you got back together and you started the cycle up again. But you know, it's just it's like a roller coaster relationship where you just have, when the good times are good, they're really good. And then when the bad times are bad, they're really bad. Okay. So they're just very, very intense as far as the highs and the lows. But it's about mirroring shadows and, you know, realizing your shadows, looking at flaws, and healing inner wounding. So that's, you know, it's all about lessons. It's, you know, this relationship was also to show you, you know, your value, your self-worth, that you, like you said, like we were just saying, that you need to work on your shadow, heal, you know, try to heal yourself, and to just basically appreciate yourself. So for some of you out there, maybe that's what you needed to learn from this relationship. Maybe this person didn't see your value, and maybe they, you know, put you in a situation where, you know, you basically had to stand up for yourself. So that might be part of the lessons that you needed to learn in this connection with this person. But, okay. So it looks like you all, you know, were just unsatisfied with the way things were going in this connection. Okay. And yeah, you know, if this person wasn't seeing your value, if they weren't, you know, making you feel like you were appreciated and, you know, valued in this connection, then yeah, that is basically what this connection was about. But now that you are in separation with this person, you know, for those of you who are now, even if you're not, this person is still, you know, basically they're understanding, they're getting some clarity. And if they never realized your side of the story, they are now. Okay. So whether you're in separation or not from this person, I'm feeling like for a lot of you, you are, then, you know, they're seeing your side of the story here. Okay. So, you know, whether you said some things to them before you parted, or maybe, you know, if you are still in a connection with this person, maybe, you know, maybe you had an argument recently where you said something and they're finally understanding and seeing your side of the story here. Okay. All right. What do we need to know about this, Spirit? Let's see what comes out as far as tarot. Get some clarity on this. Ooh, okay. Yeah. So this person is feeling left out in the cold by you. Okay. You might have also felt left out in the cold by this person at times. Okay. So yes, I mean, so this card I'm kind of feeling goes both ways in this connection. This person, they made you feel this way at times, but if you are, you know, maybe separated from this person, if you're feeling, if you're resonating with that, where this person, you know, is in separation from you, then you definitely made this person feel, you know, like they're not part of your inner world anymore, and they're definitely feeling left out. They do see you as the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So for those of you who, you know, I mean, even if you're in a connection with this person, I mean, you could just be very independent. You could be, you know, doing your own thing. But for those of you who do resonate with being in separation with this person, that you're not together anymore, which I'm feeling for the majority of you, that is the case. This person is seeing you glow up, basically. Okay. So while they're feeling left out in the cold, you have learned your lessons from this relationship. Okay. You know, like we were saying, the lessons were about seeing your self-worth and, you know, knowing your value, that you are a high value person. Well, that is what you're doing. Okay. You're in your 9 of Pentacles energy. You're independent. You've had a glow up. You know your self-worth and your value. You know, you bring a lot to the table. Okay. And, you know, once you learn that lesson, you walked away from this person. All right. For some of you, you know, you might be starting a new business. You might be doing well in your career. You might be financially stable. And that's usually, those are usually all the things that go along with the 9 of Pentacles here. So, you know, you had, you know, with the world here, I mean, some of you could work online. So that's kind of the online card there. So some of you could be content creators. Some of you could be, you know, have an online presence. But it also could just mean that you had a cycle with this person and the cycle is ended. Okay. So the world is all about cycles as well. So yeah, we have the 2 of Wands. You know, there was a decision that had to be made here. Okay. And you made that decision. You made that decision. And for those of you who actually resonate with working online, I mean, this person is holding the world here in their hands with the passion. They're holding the world in their hands with passion here. And so, you know, you could be starting a new business online or, like I said, just working online, have an online presence, something like that. So you might resonate with that. We do have the Strength card that came out in reverse here. I don't always take reversals, but I'm being told to take this in reverse. It did flip out in reverse. So, you know, for a while, maybe you were feeling, you know, not the strongest person in this connection. It's possible that, you know, at times this person made you feel that you were weak. You know, maybe you did have just a lot of chemistry with this person. I mean, because karmic relationships are very, very intense and passionate. That, you know, maybe you felt that you lost yourself for a while. But, you know, it looks like now with the 9 of Pentacles, you found yourself again. Okay. With the 7 of Pentacles, you might have invested into this relationship, hoping that it would turn into the 10 of Cups. But I'm hearing from Spirit that if that's the case, that now you're going to be investing in something new. Okay. And it's going to be something that actually brings you the 10 of Cups. All right. So yeah, I'm feeling like that is definitely the case here. Okay. So let's see here. All right. So this person is watching you with the Page of Swords. That's usually the watching card. So if you are online, this person is watching you. They're watching your hard work here. They're watching everything that you're working on. Okay. Let's see. I have a card that dropped here. Okay. So, you know, with the 6 of Cups, this person might be returning into your life to test you. You might have known this person for quite a while. Or, you know, this is also a card of nostalgia and reuniting. So this person might try to, you know, come in and reunite things with you or reconnect with you. Sorry. And they might come in wanting a new beginning here with you. But they might also be doing that because you have a new beginning coming on the way to you. Okay. Unfortunately, on the bottom of the deck, we've got the 3 of Swords. So this person brought a lot of heartache to you, a lot of pain. Yeah, I mean, we've got the 3 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. So this person brought a lot of pain. This, you know, there was a painful ending between you and this person. And, you know, even if they do come in as the Knight of Swords here, I think Spirit is just wanting you to remember that how much pain and sorrow was in connection with this person. And I mean, unless this person is able to prove to you with their actions that they've changed, and that they've healed, because karmic relationships can turn into positive, like soulmate connections, if both parties can heal and then they can come together in a healthy way and heal the relationship. But it's not always the easiest thing to do. And both parties have to be committed to that. So, you know, it's totally up to you, but I'm feeling for a lot of you, Spirit is wanting to kind of steer you in the direction of starting, you know, some of you might already be in this new energy of this new life. And this could be just a test. This person could just be coming in to test you. But try not to remember, or try not to forget the red flags, and try to remember how you felt when you were in this connection. Okay, try not to reopen a cycle, the same cycle with this person. Let's see what this person wants to say to you. I'm seeing a lot of Pentacle here. So we've got a lot of Earth, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got fire, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Fool is Aries again, also Aquarius. We've also got water with the cups here. So we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh, and then we have air as well. So we have all the signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So it could be any sign. So this person is saying that they bury themselves in work to forget about you. I'm feeling like that's not really working. But they do want to tell you how they feel. So maybe they hid their true feelings for you, you know, or maybe they just want to tell you how they feel about being separated from you, or how, I don't know, how they felt like left out in the cold here. But so many things do remind them of you. They do know that they messed up everything. They do wish they had treated you better. And for some of them, they said that they left when they saw you with someone. So it's possible that, you know, if they left you or ghosted you, that maybe they saw you with a friend. That might just be for one person. But on the bottom of the deck, we have, I know I crossed the line with you. So they did something to cross the line with you here. Okay. All right. Well, Capricorn, I hope that this brought you some clarity. I hope that it helps. And until next time, take care. All right. Welcome in, Aquarius. Okay, so we're going to pull a couple oracles here and see what the gist of your reading will be about here. And then we'll get into tarot, and then we'll see what your person wants to say to you here. Okay, so this is about the person on your mind, the person in your energy here, okay? Whoever you're thinking about. Excuse me. All right, we'll see what Spirit wants to say here. Okay, so it looks like with the butterfly card that both you and this person that you know, maybe are thinking about, you're both evolving and growing. You're trying to get to the next phase in your, you know, evolution and in your growth, your personal inner growth. And you're doing that by healing your inner child wounds and releasing things in your past. Okay, so I'm feeling for the majority of you that not only is this happening on your side, but it's also happening on this other person's side as well. Okay. So the person that you're thinking of, they could have run from this connection at one point or another. Maybe it could have happened multiple times, but it's due to a fear of intimacy that caused this person to run away. They might have had issues with emotional vulnerability, maybe they weren't emotionally open with you. They just have blockages here, and that's due to, you know, inner child wounds and past issues that needed to be healed. So things with this person could have been really intense. They could have caused, you know, some turmoil and some difficulty, you know, difficult times with this person. And then, you know, obviously, you know, things, you know, you let things go with this person, and you just, moved, went on your separate ways, basically. So feeling like this is kind of a separation here. There is something shocking that did happen, or there is a sudden change here. Okay. Now this shock card could have to do with like a surprise or an epiphany that you had before moving away from this person. There could have been something that you realized about this person and this connection that caused you to move away from this and separate from them. But I'm also feeling for a lot of you that now that you're in separation with this person, that there is something shocking that's going on in this person's life as well. So whether it's just something in their life, it could be some kind of sudden change, some shocking news that I feel like they really want to share with you. But it could just be that maybe this person is finally realizing, and they're coming to the epiphany, what this connection really meant to them. And they really are trying to transform themselves. Okay. Maybe they're realizing that, what they were doing wrong here, and that, that the things that they were bringing into the relationship or the connection with you that were unhealthy. Because with the Hammer card, it's showing that this person really that they realize that they sabotage things here with you, but they want to be persistent and rebuild. Okay. They want to repair things and work with you. They want to work on this connection with you. So whether you want that or not with this person, it is showing me with the cards that this person is finally having an epiphany, that you are, very valuable, you're meaningful to them, whether you were shown that or not from this person in the past. And they really do want to work on this connection with you. So it could be with this butterfly card that not only are you both trying to get to the next phase of your evolution and your growth separately, but this person also wants to bring this connection into the next phase as well. Okay. This person does see you as a missed opportunity. All right. They're saying that they didn't act when they should have. They didn't do things the way that they should have. And they're seeing that now. That's part of this epiphany I'm feeling. We do have the gossip card that came out as well. So they are afraid of what other people will think. So, they are worried about, their other people's perception of this connection. Maybe, when you all separated, they said things that weren't, maybe they were venting to people and they said things that maybe they shouldn't have. And maybe now if you two get back together, that how will it look if, they were saying these things and then now you're back together with this person. But, I feel like this person really does care about what other people think, which that's something that they probably need to work on and heal as well. But for some of you out there, at least, they are afraid of what other people will think here. But, it's also, I'm also hearing that for some of you out there, they're afraid of when other people hear that, you two are separated for whatever the reasons are. That, maybe they're afraid that you all have said things to other people. Maybe you do have mutual friends and things like that, where they're afraid that maybe you have said things to people and that they're afraid of what people will think of them. That is possible too. But in this separation, this person is getting a better understanding of you, and they see your side of the story. So, if maybe you had a conversation with this person at one point in time when you maybe told them how you felt, and they seemed like to act like they didn't understand, and that they just didn't understand maybe your value or what you brought to the table. They see your side of the story now. Maybe you told them about their running. Maybe you told them about their emotional inavailability. And, now they're seeing your side of the story here. Okay. What do we need to know, Spirit? See if we can get some more clarity with tarot. Oh gosh, we have a lot of cards that just came out. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can get this story straight here. Okay. So for some of you out there, this person was acting like the Knight of Wands. Okay. This person came into this connection, male or female, doesn't matter the gender. But this person, this can be a player card. So this person, might have put you in a third party. I haven't had that card come out, but, it is possible. If that resonates with you, then that's your story. If you don't, then just leave that for someone else. But in any case, this person was like the Knight of Wands, where they came in real passionate. They were very charming. They said all the right things to you. But then there was also inconsistency. There was being in and out. There was breadcrumbing. Things like that. They were hot and cold. One minute they were real passionate and hot. The next minute they were cold. They were ghosting you. Things like that. They would run. So they were very, very inconsistent. So no matter if there was a third party involved or not, they were very inconsistent. They could have been very attention seeking with the Six of Wands. I mean, maybe they saw you getting a lot of attention. That's possible too. But for, a lot of you out there, I'm feeling like this person was attention seeking. And that's just part of, some of the wounding that needed to be healed within them. So they know that they see you as being very intuitive. They see you as being very spiritual. I'm also feeling like this was a very spiritual connection between the two of you. But you were very intuitive. Maybe you have said some things to this person that led them to believe that you were, that you follow your intuition, that you're a very intuitive person. But I'm feeling like, so for those of you who resonate with there being a third party present in this connection, because the Queen of Wands is a third party card to me. So for those of you who do resonate with that, there was a third party. You followed your intuition and you felt like there was another party involved. Okay. An actual person. So if, whether you resonate with the third party or not, I feel like for the majority of you, or basically all of you, that this person did see you also as the Queen of Wands. So they saw you as very confident, very passionate, very determined. You looked good, you smell good, you know what you want and you go after it. Okay. So they, I'm feeling like this person did, and does feel that way about you, and they see you that way. But for those of you who do resonate with a third party, that could be the case here. And so if you do resonate with the third party, we have the Three of Wands, so you could be at a physical distance from this person. That is possible, but I also take with this card that you pulled back your energy. Okay. You not only maybe physically distance yourself, but you emotionally distance yourself too. Okay. You pulled back your energy. So no matter if there was a third party or not, there is physical and emotional distance between you and this person. All you really wanted to do was work with this person on things and to get things to a good place. It is possible that you actually work with this person too. Unfortunately, or maybe you met them at work, but with the Three of Pentacles, you really wanted to work with them here. But with the Knight of Pentacles, this person took forever. Okay. So maybe you were just waiting for this person to finally see you, with the value that they brought to the table and the things that you brought to this connection. And they just never did, because they just took forever. But now, this person with the Hanged Man, they are seeing things from a new perspective. Okay. Again, with the Understanding card, I see things, what is it? I see your side of the story. Couldn't remember what that card said. Yeah, I see your side of the same thing. That's basically the Hanged Man here. Okay. We do have the Moon at the bottom here. So the Moon is talking about things that are hidden. So this person did hide things from you, whether they were hiding a third party, whether they were hiding other things as well. We have the Moon, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this person could have been hiding another family with somebody else. I hate to say. Could also be that this person was hiding that they wanted a family with you, that they wanted the Ten of Pentacles with you. But unfortunately, that's what I'm seeing here with the cards, with this person. So, all right, let's see what this person wants to say to you. Okay, what does this person want to say to the collective, to Aquarius? Yeah, for a lot of you out there, whether you knew it or not, this person did have a third party, unfortunately, or put you in a third party. Okay, they're saying it's time for them to heal now. So hopefully they really are healing. For some of them, they say they left when they saw you with someone. So maybe they saw you with a friend, you know, something like that, and they just assumed that it was with that you were with someone else. But I'm feeling for the majority of you, you know, it's possible that they ghosted you, and that's what they're saying, that when they say they left. But because I'm feeling for, you know, most of you out there, that maybe you blocked this person, you pulled back your energy and you blocked them. They're saying that you and I were too young. So maybe for some of you, that might just be for one or two of you, that they felt like you were too young, and maybe they just wanted to play the field here. They wish that they could share their good news with you. So maybe they're used to talking with you and sharing good things, and they can't, but they do bury themselves in work to forget about you. Don't feel like that's happening or that's working very well. Let's see here. And they say that they love you. So if they never told you that they loved you before, they are saying that they love you. And so many things remind me of you. So, all right. Well, Aquarius, I hope that this brought clarity, and I hope that this helps. Until next time, take care. All right, welcome in, Pisces. Okay, so we are going to start with a few oracle cards and then move into tarot, and then we will see what the person on your mind wants to say to you. Okay, so let's see what the gist of this message is about from Spirit, about the person on your mind, the person in your energy that is, you know, in your thoughts that you're thinking of here. Let's see, one more time. Okay, so I'm told just one card from this deck. Okay, so we've got Clock. So this person is basically feeling like they need more time, that maybe you both were stuck in a cycle, or maybe they're stuck in a cycle and they need some time to heal from this, and that they are progressing, but they need time to heal. Okay, so I'm kind of surprised that there's only one card that came out of that deck, but I let Spirit guide it. So, all right, what else do we need to know, Spirit? It looks like this person is at least healing whoever you're thinking of, whoever's in your energy, and you know, they are trying to, you know, take their time here, as much as, you know, everybody heals in different ways, and it takes different amounts of time for different people to heal. So, okay, so we've got quite a few cards that came out of this other deck. Okay, so this person is saying that you are irreplaceable, okay? So the way that you showed them love could never be matched. It's possible that this person tried to replace you with someone else if you're in separation, and it's looking like that's just not happening here. It's just not working. They're realizing you're one of a kind. They obviously were dishonest with you about something, and by lying, they ripped you apart, your connection. So they are admitting that they did lie to you. They were dishonest about at least something, and they do want to tell you the truth now. So whatever it is that they held back from you about, you know, they do want to be honest and open with you here when you, and hopefully, you know, they do want to come back and talk with you here, and they're hoping that you will hear them out. They do realize that you both have a soul tie together, and that they always feel connected to you. So that is a definite here. They do feel inseparable from you, and that your love will always be there despite the distance. So even in separation, they feel that, you know, they still feel the connection here with you. And they are, again, trying to give themselves some self-love and trying to heal. Okay, so they've got some wounding that they're trying to heal, which that's a good thing. So, all right. So this seems pretty positive, but let's see here. We do have the Three of Wands and the Ace of Swords that came out. So it looks like, you know, you two might be at a distance, either physically or emotionally or both, but they do want to bring clarity. So we'll see what else comes out, what Spirit wants you to know here about this situation. And we'll see what we need to know. All right. I feel like there were other cards that flipped around, but I don't think so. Okay. All right. So, you know, it's possible when, you know, you two separated, because it looks like this is a separation, that maybe you demanded some answers, you demanded clarity from them, and, you know, maybe they just weren't ready to do that. Maybe, you know, at one point or another in this connection, you know, had to be in your King of Swords energy, and, you know, you had to be more demanding. And like I said, you had to put your head over your heart. And, you know, no matter how many feelings you had for this person, you had to, you know, find out the truth. Maybe you intuitively knew that this person was keeping things from you and not telling you everything. But, you know, you definitely had to do that to, you know, be more in your power here. Okay. Yeah, you had to be strong. You had to, you know, be resilient and be in your strength here, because, you know, like it is hard to sometimes think, you know, with your head instead of your heart, especially because you're a water sign, and wherever the Pisces is as far as your placement, you know, Pisces is a water sign. You know, Pisces individuals are just so loving, so forgiving that, you know, you tend to put other people ahead of yourself a lot of times, and you tend to think more with your heart than your head, you know, and so you kind of had to put yourself in the position of being more of like an air sign, where you know, are more in your head and you're thinking more with your head instead of your heart. Which, you know, might not have been the most comfortable thing for you, but it might have taken a lot of strength here. Okay. And unfortunately, you know, the situation has made you become like a wounded warrior. It made you had to put up boundaries with this person, and, you know, you had to demand answers. So this person realizes that, and they do know that by being dishonest that they, you know, ripped your connection apart here. Yeah, with the Ten of Wands, they brought a lot of conflict and a lot of burden here. They brought a lot of burden into your life. So, you know, maybe this was a very one-sided connection. Maybe this connection, you know, maybe you were basically the rock here in this connection. And like I said, if it is a one-sided connection, I mean, this person wants to come in and bring balance to you. Okay. They do want to come in. They want to be honest. They want to be open about things. Here we go again with the Ace of Swords. I saw it when I cut the deck. Here it is again. They want to bring clarity to you. Okay. They want to bring clarity to the situation. Maybe it took being away from you and, you know, causing them to, you know, heal. We've got two cards that talk about healing. They're finally realizing what they did to sabotage this and what they need to do to fix it. Okay. Again, we've got another Ace of Cups. They want a new, emotional beginning here with you. Okay. They want to bring clarity. They want a new beginning with you. They want what you've been demanding all along. They want to bring that to you now. And they're hoping it's not too late, because with the Ten of Swords here, they know that they put 10 swords in your back. You know, it was a tragic ending here between the two of you. With the Ten of Swords, though, you know, with endings like this, you know, it might seem and feel really tragic and, you know, hopeless, but really all there is to go from there is up. So, you know, there's really nowhere further down to go when you have the Ten of Swords. They realize that they did this to you. Most likely they, will bring you that clarity, and they'll recognize that they did this to you. For some of you, we've got the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. For some of you out here, they're going to tell you that you are home to them. They want a stable, loving, nurturing home, with you. You are their person. So, on the bottom of the deck as well, we've got the King of Cups. So if they weren't truthful and honest about their feelings, they're going to do that. We also have the Moon. So there are things that were hidden here. Okay. There are things that were hidden. So, for some of you, it is their feelings that are hidden. But we also have, I hate to say, the Queen of Wands. So for some of you, unfortunately, they were hiding a third party. I'm not going to lie. That might not resonate with all of you, but with the High Priestess, you intuitively knew this because they were acting like a player here. They were acting like a player. They were constantly looking for attention, and that brought the ending to this connection here. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck. That might not resonate with all of you, but at least for some of you, Spirit wants me to say that to you, that you intuitively might have thought or felt like there was a third party involved, and Spirit is saying, yes, they were hiding a third party. This person that you were involved with in this connection, they were hiding a third party. So just when they come back in, I'm just here to, remind you that if you do want to reconnect with this person, make sure that you demand the truth from them. Make sure that you do not overlook red flags. Don't try to get into the same cycle with this person if they try to bring you into the same cycle. And, keep things from you again. And, take it slow, I guess. And make them show you with their actions, not just with their words, that they've changed, okay? That they've healed, that they've changed. Okay, so what they want to say to you, I feel you even though we're apart. So you might have a telepathic connection. You might just have that energetic cord there. You were the best thing in their life. For some of you, they felt like the two of you were too young for this connection to be anything of a significance, but that might just be for one of you out there. They do have some good news that they want to share with you. And for some of them, they do feel you leaving them behind. So they might feel that, you're moving on. They might have gotten some news about that as well. But energetically, especially if, you've pulled back your energy, they might feel you leaving them behind. But at the bottom of the deck, they wish that they could take back their words. So whatever they said that maybe caused you to separate, or maybe if there was something that they said in the past that really hurt your feelings, or maybe, something that led you to believe that this person was being dishonest with you. I mean, they're regretting something that they said to you here. And that you would know if that resonates with you or not. Okay. All right. Well, Pisces, I hope this reading brought you some clarity. I hope it helps. And until next time, take care.